Hey, I'm Aaron Davis from Family Podcast. I beat Prowlin. With me is Victor Patonas, our resident otaku, as well as Jose Hernandez, who's been on the show before to talk about video games. He's our resident PC gamer. We are just from watching the Xbox Live press conference. What do you guys think of it?
Well, Aaron, as of course part of the problem was me trying to get over my blatant PlayStation fanboyism. But other than that, I was actually really impressed by this conference. Microsoft really, they just came out and showed games, which is what we've been wanting for a while now. For the past 3 conferences, has been mostly casual and Kinect, but today, everything that they showed off was a hardcore game, and it was for the most part, really impressive.
Right, yeah, they started off way straight ahead with Metal Gear Solid 5, though it did have a slow beginning. What do you think about that, Jose? You played Metal Gear Solid before.
I love Metal Gear Solid. It did start off slow, yes, but as all Metal Gear Solid games, I'm sure it's going to be pretty epic and very detailed, which is why I love the Metal Gear Solid games. They're always really detailed, and you can use everything in the map almost to hide or whatever, too.
And it was a very open world.
Yeah,
with that desert there.
World.
It kind of reminded me a little bit of Snake Eater with the jungle.
Yes. That's
One of the other games that we like to talk about though was Spark Project,
yes.
which really showed off the idea of the Smart Glass and Connect with building your own world and platform. I'm left me speechless. I like the idea of basically creating the game is the game.
I was a little unimpressed at first with just the sort of action game that they showed off, bringing in rocks and towns and this dynamic environment, which I'd seen done before, but never before on this scale. Once they went into the scissor reel and showed off all these different games that you can make, puzzle games, music games, that's when I started to get really impressed.
What really interested me about it, though, I don't know about you, Jose, or Victor, was the ideology of that, yes, you can have a capture the flag type game or destroy each other's base game, but not only are the weapons or something you have to worry about, but the idea of the world itself changing around you by every player really adds a gameplay dynamic.
Yeah. Seems like online is going to be semi-difficult for people that aren't quick on their toes to create stuff.
Which is another thing that's really interesting is a lot of multiplayer. This is one of those things that every game showed off its multiplayer capabilities. Every game, almost every game they showed that was going to be Xbox exclusive showed off its multiplayer, or already has shown off its multiplayer. So this looks like the Xbox One is going to be more of a communal thing, like we all play games together.
Which it seemed that they really tried to make multiplayer a lot smoother. With what they said is that matchmaking will be done almost automatically. From what they showed in, I believe, Rise and Titanfall, it seemed like it was being done in-game. So you could immediately switch to a multiplayer match and just jump in right away.
Yes. That was really interesting. We also had Rise, one of those great games. Looked amazing. Played as a Roman soldier.
That one was really impressive.
Yeah.
I thought I was watching a movie for a second. Yeah, that one just had so much detail on screen. It was hard to focus on your main characters. You're looking in the background like, man, stuff is burning over there, people are dying over here, what's going on?
I like the idea of being able to fight as well as control an army of soldiers. It really added into the gameplay. I'm really interested to see story mode. I'll get a little bit more of the story and the idea of what's going on here, but otherwise, fantastic game.
And also, delivering very strongly on graphics was Battlefield 4.
Battlefield 4 looked amazing.
Which, running on their new Frostbite, just that dynamic lighting, those particle effects, realistic fire, water, it just looked so amazing. I'm very impressed. What about you?
Yeah. I skipped out on that one a little bit, but from what I saw, the streamlessness of moving from a CGI to playing was just, you couldn't even tell. It was ridiculous. Like, man, these 60 frames that Xbox One's pushing was ridiculous.
This might get away from the always online idea, because now I'm thinking, before I was against the idea of always online, can only be offered 24 hours to play a game. Now, I'm like, is it really that bad of a deal? How much games you're getting?
Especially seeing what these games are doing by the fact that they are working online. Just these these continuous worlds and experiences that are changing every single day. Forza, in particular, making the AI as human as possible, and what was it? Project Spark also changing day to day. Sunset Overdrive also doing it as well. It's really impressive, and I kind of don't mind.
Yeah.
Especially if this is what's going on.
One of the great things, though, I really liked, especially when it comes to graphics, was Dead Rising 3, which was announced at Xbox Live. It blew my mind. It looks great. I like how they changed the idea of just being able to straight up in-game craft your weapon. It looks really awesome.
And now it's open world.
Yes, and it kind of gotten rid of the comical graphy look that the Dead Rising 1 and 2 kind of had. The look is completely different from 3. It's a lot more realistic, if you will.
It still feels a little tongue-in-cheek and kind of and kind of over the top with the weapons that you're able to make.
Yes, of course, but it still looks really good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that's with the Xbox. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about that was just blew your mind?
Oh, they finally announced a price and release date. It's going to come out in November for $500. Kind of steep, but it is the start of a new console cycle, and it's usually around that price point. What did Xbox 360 launch at?
Xbox 360 launched at $430.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so not too far off.
This will be interesting because you got to look at it at the same time as you're not only getting an Xbox, which could be covering the $400, but you're also getting the Kinect
Yes.
with it. So it might explain it's not like just the console, and if you get a game with it, it'd be really worth the price.
Oh yeah, Kinect. No dumb motion games.
So far.
So far.
Let's be.
But
they
didn't spend 10 minutes on an exercise.
We didn't see anything about Rare, and you know those Rare people.
Killer Instinct.
Yeah, but you didn't see anything about with
no Kinect Sports.
No Kinect Sports, no Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts 2. So we'll see what's going on. Killer Instinct looks really great, though.
I know. Finally, it's been what, 14 years?
If that, what, 95, 94, something like that.
So it's been about 10.
It's been a while.
It's been a long time.
Almost 20.
20 years.
Oh god damn.
Maybe.
So it's one of those. We'll see right now. Right now, we started off Xbox with this great, tremendous way. Definitely amazing. I'm left speechless. I'm really looking forward to the Sony press conference later on today. See what they bring us, as well as Nintendo Direct tomorrow. And Ubisoft's press conference is Thursday?
No, I believe it's also today.
Is it also today?
Yes, I believe most of the press conferences are today, except for Nintendo.
Except for Nintendo.
Yes.
What the hell is E3 being 3 days long?
Stretch it out.
Stretch it out. So we'll
Technically, EA doesn't even start today.
EA?
E3.
You said EA.
Oh,
EA.
dang. Whatever.
E3 does not technically start today, that is correct. But we've got more great titles. This is amazing blowout. Tune in for Victor's coverage of the Sony press conference.
Yes.
I'll do my own little live tweet. Follow me at They63. I'll be live tweeting during that time. That's for us. Any last words before we go?
Bungie Destiny.
Bungie Destiny. Alright. I'm Fan of the Podcast. Signing out.
Bye.
Hey.